All right. So, Demon Slayer, this episode was called The Mist Hashira Muichiro. So, this is the final ending to like that massive fight he's been having with this demon.
Hmm.
Um, One thing I forgot to mention was that after he had that moment of remembering his brother, he got these tattoos all over him, and they look like Japanese etched clouds all over his face and body.
Sick.
Yeah, it looks fucking mad. Basically went Super Saiyan. So he's having this massive fight with this demon, and he just outclasses this guy in every single kind of way ever since he's just hulked out. And he just fucks this dude up. He chops this guy's head off, and the guy starts regenerating, and he just dices this guy into like literal dust. Like he chops him so fine.
So fine. Never forget when that at Oxford said that I would look so fine in the suit.
Yeah, I remember that as well. It would look so fine.
Yeah.
I'm never buying a suit, mate.
Put the shit back on the rack.
It's like that guy at Giordano with the it exposes your back muscles.
I know.
Ripping back muscles.
But yeah, so he ends up like beating the shit out of this dude, and then he almost loses consciousness but realizes that Tanjiro's still fighting, so he's got to keep going. So it cuts to Tanjiro fighting that demon, right?
Hmm.
And Tanjiro ends up like his foot gets broken, his hand gets broken, like he's just getting fucked up fighting this dude. And Tanjiro like gets swallowed by one of the wooden dragon's paws, and he's about to get crushed. And then the other Hashira shows up, the love Hashira Mitsuri, and this is the one who has that whip sword like Ivy in Soul Calibur.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she comes through, and that's where this episode ends. It ends with her showing up, saving Tanjiro. But it was fucking bad, man. When Tanjiro's foot gets crushed, it legit looks like a wet sock just soaked in blood. It was fucking, like, it made me cringe. Yeah, it was rough, man. Like, he gets pumped. But yeah, like, he ends up getting saved by the love Hashira, and then it ends off there. And so we're waiting for the next episode now.
Seems quite brief, that episode there.
It was pretty quick. I just like gave you the key points. Really, there was nothing in between that really happened. It was all fight. Yeah.
Is Oz getting fatigued at all?
No.
All the fighting? Okay, very good.
I think, like I mentioned before, like because it's only like 20-minute episodes, you don't feel it because it's like 20 minutes and it's like, okay, next week. Like it just feels like just a snap of your fingers and then you got to go.
If it was 20 minutes, I want maybe in the next 2 days the next champion.
Yeah.
20 minutes. I'm sorry. You better give me double fucking episodes.
I want it like a serial, like every day, like Neighbors, but just Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayers. Oh shit, well, the other thing that does come up is like Muichiro getting saved by that lady who gets cussed at every time by his twin brother. So the brother does die, but it just shows his training arc of wanting to become the Hashira, and he does. The other main point that does come up is that when that little kid who's the blacksmith gets killed, and you think he gets killed, he actually gets saved by the hilt of Tanjiro's sword that he gave him, and it's designed like a fire. It looks cool. So it's setting it all up for that blacksmith honing the sword, and then he's got the hilt, and then he'll need to make the handle, and then Tanjiro's sword comes back. So that's what we're waiting for.
Shit?
It'll be like second last episode, because the last episode is usually the calm one, where it's like they finally wind you down after all that adrenaline they just push through you. It's literally like visual epinephrine. That's what this show is like.
Yeah.
Like you're just on edge all the time.
How bad?
But yeah, Mashle, very much the same, just fucking comedic shit. So they meet up with this other group of sorcerers who are like the, I guess the Death Eaters, if you want to put it like that. So their Slytherin group, they get all the top sorcerers, and then they become the Magia Lupus.
They're werewolves?
No. But so they come through, and you see that these people late at night start turning into wooden puppets, and no one knows why, and they just all end up in the hospital ward. and they're all just fucked up. They temporarily can't use magic, and so Mash and his his group of friends, is trying to figure out what the hell's going on. Mash obviously always has a cream puff in his goddamn mouth this whole episode.
Yep.
And this girl that has a crush on him gives him her wallet, and it's a cream puff as well. And this fuckwit tries to eat it straight away.
Does that have like strong teeth and just bite straight through it?
You legit hear it because it goes off screen, and all you hear is just. But so, like, they're like, all right, cool. These guys have to be in a secret room, right? And so they're going down the hallways late at night, and they find one of the wooden puppets, and they follow it, and they find this door that's in the floor. And they're like, there's these magic runes all over this door. I don't know how we're going to open it. And you see Mash pick up this fucking knight's uniform and carry it over, and then just hits the ground, and the door like flicks up a little bit, pushes the knight underneath with the sword, and then just jumps on the fucking sword, and the whole door flies through the roof of the whole fucking castle. It's just the most dumb shit in the world. And they're like, well, we're in. And they fucking go through, and it turns out to be this, like, they just show up in this massive dueling ring where they just got a 1v1 the Magia Lupus. And this other guy that's with him, Dot is his name, and he's got like red hair, and his whole thing is that he hates good-looking guys because they get all the attention. And so he goes in because the dude he's versing is handsome, apparently. And he ends up fucking this dude up. But then they all fall through the floor. Like, it's like quicksand out of nowhere. And they all get separated. And then they all have to fight their own battles. And that's where this episode ended off. But it was gold, though, because as they're sinking, Mash is like, please, save my baby. At least this one. And he's just holding one cream puff. And as they're falling through, it shows all of them like sinking through the floor, just fucking plummeting. And he's there just eating the cream puff as they're falling. It's the fucking best shit in the world. But that's where this episode ended off. I fucking love this show, man.
How many episodes?
Currently, there's been 8. I'm not too sure how many as a whole. It might be another 13-episode season.
What? Oh,
But,
like 13 in total, not 13 more.
Yeah, 13 in total. Back in the day, they used to do 24 to 26 episode seasons. Some of them still do. Like, there's one that I'm going to start watching now called Vinland Saga about the Vikings. Fucking hanging for that. But that one has 24 episodes a season currently.
How mad.
Yeah. Now, Hell's Paradise was all snout as well. So we finally get back to Gubby Maru, and he's waited for everyone to fall asleep, and then he's just like said, fuck it, I need to find this elixir now. I don't have time to work out what's going on. I'm just going to start moving. So he goes dolo again, and fucking, he's like, if I continue to go south, I should be able to find the center of the island, and then I'll be able to see what's going on from there. So he finds this place called the Hosen. Sorry, I feel like I'm about to sneeze and it's fucking killing me.
Bring the hose in.
But this one is like the last place for the gods, right? And that lady who fucked up all those people in that last episode, she shows up right behind him. And it just turns into this massive fight. And it was fucking insane. Like, it's just hand-to-hand martial arts, just shit. And they're fucking going at it, fighting, and it's like Dragon Ball Z, how they're fighting really fast like that. And they're fucking running and fighting and shit like that. And Gabimaru gets her on the ropes, and he's literally just snapped it, and he's fucking like Ip Man punching her, and you just see bits of it just coming off, and you just see like he punches directly through a fucking eye into the floor, and then he lets go, and you just see this massive hole missing.
Does she liquid man it?
So he gets up and he's like, I know you're not dead. Let's just get it over with. And she gets up and she's fine. But she transforms into this massive fucking flower that can electrocute him.
The hell?
It's fucking, but it falls in line with the whole, like, the the island sucks people up and turns them into flowers. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so, like, he's on the brink of dying now, and it flicks back to his master, and he's like, there's one thing I'm going to, like, drill into you is that on your deathbed, you are going to still fight. You won't even realize you're doing it, but you'll continue. And you see him passed out, and he legit just, like, cuts the head of this chick off with his hand. And then she drops him, she gets away, and then the little girl that was with him in the village ends up saving him. And then you find out that everyone who comes to this island, they are the fucking elixir. They're making the elixir out of the humans that are there. And that's why they get turned into trees. Yeah.
Soylent Greening them O's.
Yeah. And the biggest point is that there was one hermit who learnt the way of the gods, and he turned into 7 gods. And they all serve a different purpose that we don't know yet. And that's where this, that's where this ends off, is that you see those gods talking to each other, just playfully doing their own fucking thing. And then that's where this episode, like, finished up. It was fucking crazy, though, this fight. It was fire.
That's bad. Fucking hell.
Yeah. Telling you, man.
The hand-to-hand in anime?
Yeah.
It's always with, like, a weapon or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Did I actually see the hand-to-hand?
Like in Kill Bill, when he's fighting her father.
Yeah.
What do you call it? In Jujutsu Kaisen 0, there's a bit there where Gojo fights this guy, and he treats him like that wooden doll in Ip Man. How he's just like blocking all the shots and then just like and he fucks this whole guy up. It's mad.
Oh, mad. As refuses to recognize Gojo after Succession.
But yeah, that's it.
It's the anime corner. All right.